So this brings us to the concept that if this process of the holiest of saints, the profoundness of thinkers, are but a reflection of what's inside us, this opening up so we can see just a drop of the ocean of attributes, it means that we get to see what's in our own self. This is from the very first selection in the Book of Gleanings. So whatever duty God has prescribed to humankind of extolling His majesty is so that we as human beings can be enabled to ascend to the station conferred on our own inmost being. Again, the station of the knowledge of our own selves. So when it comes to this concept of the narcissism of God and why the divine court, the divine being, the divine friend needs to be told all the time how glorious He is, the purpose is so that bubble, if you will, that space of seeing the sacred is constantly flexed and expanded because, as we saw in the previous section, it's a reflection of what's created in our own self. So therefore, through the process of prayer, which necessarily is to be directed to the divine court, we get to have an experience of what we really are. Quite a different conception from this idea that we're just telling God how great He is all the time. Rather, it is this fundamentally mystic process of trying to become a veritable lion of confidence through the process of seeing within ourselves the realities enshrined in the image of God. That process best facilitated by prayer and meditation. This is such a vital concept. Very often, we're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to find who we really are. Yeah, the concept is that we are made, and this is that we have our own Buddha nature. That we have our Atman, which is a reflection of Brahman. And the image of God is placed within us. And the image of Christ, or the image of Krishna, they are shining within us. And the focus here is to move out beyond ourselves. In a directional sense, our true self is not here. It is a reality out there that we move towards. And how we best do this is by serving our fellow men, serving humanity, and search for God, that representation of the sacred that we are but an image of. And that when we do this, the process of service, which is prayer, through art focused on the upliftment of humankind, which is prayer, from work in service to humanity, which is prayer, through the expression of our highest self, we then begin to find ourselves, which is the embodiment of these qualities, that ocean of attributes to which I was referring. We have this idea of finding ourselves, but it's actually through the process of expanding beyond ourselves, of opening up that definition of what we are to being beyond us. That's actually how we do this best. The key, the master key to self-mastery is self-forgetting. The path of renunciation. What Shoghi Effendi in the previous quote called one of the great spiritual laws of life. The more we search for God, the more we find ourselves. Those concepts we have that we can conceive of, no matter how far we stretch our mind, are concepts within ourselves. And this is actually necessarily true, because they're conceptions that you can encompass, that you can embody. I've often made a joke at Deepenings and Firesides. It's like when I think of God, it's like I don't believe that I'm God. God is the all-knowing, and I truly don't know how many pairs of socks I have. So the concept of all-knowingness, if you will, is so unfathomable. I can't even really imagine what it would be like to know everything at a local library, let alone all of reality.